Hi everyone, Dr. Joe McGraby here with Barefoot Rehab, New Jersey's first and only non-surgical neck and upper back soft tissue specialist. Have you had chronic headaches? Have you had headaches for longer than 6 months? Do they wake you up in the middle of the night? Are they completely debilitating? I myself have suffered from headaches for years, and what I find is a lot of times a lot of practitioners, whether it be your traditional chiropractor, your physical therapist, or even your pain management doctor, what they will prescribe is very simple rolling out of the tissue, or even in some cases, steroid injections. What I'm going to explain to you right now is these 4 little muscles that everyone might have heard of, however, they're not sure how to treat these muscles. At the base of our skull, right here, we have our first vertebrae, our second vertebrae, our third vertebrae. But for the purpose of this conversation, we're going to talk about the first 2 vertebrae. In the middle of the vertebrae, on both sides, you have this little muscle right here that runs pretty much perpendicular to the base of the skull, and it's called your rectus capitis posterior, in the back, minor. Okay? And then right below it, running from the second vertebrae to the side of the skull, is called your rectus capitis, so the same, posterior, major. Now, these 4 muscles, a lot of people know them as your suboccipital muscles. And a lot of practitioners will say, oh yeah, we can treat your suboccipital muscles by just compressing the tissue. Compressing the tissue will help, but it won't provide you that permanent relief that you're looking for. These muscles are very small, they're about the size of a paper clip, and only when you feel these muscles and you actively stretch and release the adhesion that's built up within those tissues will you be able to provide patients with permanent relief from their chronic headaches. So when treating the rectus capitis posterior major, the first thing that we do is we need to landmark ourselves. So if we rotate Mike's head right here, right there is the spinous of the C2 process. So I'm going to take tension, I'm going to put my finger on there, I'm going to be on the superior, the top part and the outside of the spinous process. I'm going to take my depth, which is going straight into the tissue. I'm going to create tension on that muscle, and I'm going to pull that muscle tight until I feel it become tight like a rubber band. From there, we're going to slowly flex Mike's head. We would do 2 to 3 passes on this muscle or until we feel that the adhesion or tension has decreased. Next muscle we're going to treat is the rectus capitis posterior minor. This muscle, like we mentioned, runs right above the C2 spinous, the C1, okay? To treat this muscle, we need to move your splenius capitis, or this big, thick muscle, out of the way. So again, we're going to come in. We're going to move that muscle out of the way. We're going to take our depth on that little muscle. It's about the size of a paper clip. We're going to create tension till I feel that muscle pull tight like a rubber band, and then slowly bring him into flexion. This is the only way to truly remove adhesion from your upper cervical musculature. So if you've suffered with headaches for longer than 6 months, or these are chronic headaches that you have and you haven't received the permanent relief that you're desperately seeking, please feel free to drop us a DM or give us a call here at Barefoot Rehab, and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks guys, have a great day.